Y'all, depression don't always look like tears. Sometimes it looks like laughter. The louder I was, the more pain I was hiding. The more jokes I told, the emptier I felt. I smiled just to survive the day. Say I'm just tired when my heart was heavy. And pour drinks instead of pouring out to God. I was the funniest one in the room and the most broken one too. As far as I knew, I'd pray and drink, and then drink and pray, and wonder why my pain wasn't lifting. But how could it? When I was asking God to heal what I refused to face. Some of y'all out there asking God to heal what you refuse to face. Yep, I tried to bury my thoughts, my feelings, my shame, but all I was doing was pushing the healing further away. You see, it helps to have empathy for people, not just temporary sympathy, because that's what it is, temporary, feeling bad for somebody. Because you never know who's sitting next to you smiling through thoughts of ending it all. You never know who hears your negative comments about mental health and decides they can't take another day. You never know. We all got to do better. It costs nothing to be kind, and it saves more than you'll ever know. So many of us feel like God isn't listening when the pain stays, but what we don't realize is there are lessons inside of pain. There are lessons that we might not want to hear or realize, but they're lessons that's meant for us individually. Lessons on how to guard your heart, lessons on how to trust him more, lessons on how to let go of people that were never meant for you to hold, and lessons how to have faith when everything else hurts. Once you trust him with all your heart, that's faith. That's when he doesn't just hear you, he soothes you. And just remember, God does listen. He's near to the brokenhearted, and he hears our cries. Psalms 34:17 through 18 says, the righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are brokenhearted, and saveth such as to be a contrite spirit. So just think of it like this. When you tell your child to trust you, but they still show fear, you keep reminding them over and over and over and over. And then sometimes you might get a little frustrated or discouraged because they still don't trust you or won't trust you. And sometimes you just acid reflux, y'all. Sometimes you just gotta let them bump their heads. Just sometimes. Not to hurt them, not because you didn't love them, but to help them learn. That's love. And that's the same way God loves us in a sense. Now imagine us doing that to God. He keeps saying, trust me. But we keep worrying, doubting, and trying to fix ourselves. Trying to fix ourselves. Oops, yeah, that was food. And just like that, that was food, y'all. But just like that child need their parent, we need him. God doesn't depend on us, he sustains us. He's the very breath that keeps us going, the peace that keeps us sane, and the love that holds us when everything else falls apart. Even when I couldn't feel him, he was right there. He was right there. And every breakdown, every sleepless night, every tear that nobody else saw. Psalms 42:11. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope thou in God. And that's what depression really looks like. Functioning on empty, smiling while sinking, crying between responsibilities and trying to worship through the pain. But here's something I learned the hard way. A very hard way. Sometimes we add to our own pain. We chase what God already took away, whether it be family, children, jobs, relationships, even with our own health. We keep trying to hold on to what he removed from our peace or for our peace. I did that too. I did that. So if you're struggling right now, think of your pain like an obstacle. You can jump over it, you can crawl under it, you can cling to it, or you can fight your way through it. But once you cross it, you'll have a story strong enough to save somebody else. That'll be your story. Sometimes our pain tests our faith, but in the middle of it, we don't even realize it. I didn't. Some of y'all don't. I was too busy feeling sorry for myself to see that I was keeping myself in a cycle, putting on the slow R&B songs and all that. Why? It took me years to realize that my pain wasn't punishment. It was preparation. It was preparation. And it wasn't until I surrendered, until I stopped chasing what hurt me, that God could finally heal me. I had to stop chasing what hurt me so that God could finally heal me. I had to learn that God don't waste pain. He uses it to teach. I had to put effort into helping myself, to stop asking for peace while feeding my own chaos. That's like trying to put a fire out, but you steady putting wood in it. It ain't gonna never go out. But now I understand God doesn't. He does not always take away the pain, because sometimes the pain is a path. Your pain might be your path, but once you surrender it, He'll take what broke you and use it to build somebody else. Depression may steal your joy for a season, but it can't steal your destiny. Because even in the darkness, God is still light. Even in the darkness, He's still light. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means trusting that God can still use the broken pieces. When you feel at your lowest, say these words. Say these words, Lord, let thy will be done. When you say that, trust Him. Trust Him. And I mean it. So many of us say actions speak louder than words, but we don't even abide by it ourselves.